Okay, we are back with Simon Calvert, who's head of trading at AudaCity Capital. I believe one of your henchmen at AudaCity came on the show. Kareem came on, a good friend of mine came on this time last year just to sort of introduce the company. But as it's been a long time, it might be an idea to go through that again. So what does AudaCity Capital do and what can people get out of it?
Well, that's what we're trying to do. We run a hidden talents program and we're trying to build a trading team of over 100 people. We've got 35, 40 people at the moment. As what we try and do is find the people with the right aptitude, tenacity, if you like, people who are determined to make a career out of it. And the reason for doing that is because we want to spread our risk by having 100 or 100 and so traders rather than just 2 or 3 of us trading, and we get more of a more even yield curve. So we run the hidden talents program, we find the right people, we then train them up. They have sort of 1 month's high intensive training with a very steep learning curve, and then we monitor and mentor them for about the next 6 months. We give them £5,000 of our money to trade, and hopefully we can get people trading between £30,000 and £50,000 within a year. We're just moving trading floors to the Barbican, which should be able to take 70 traders, and we're going to introduce futures to that as well, so we can rent out desks to people trading futures, and then maybe run a futures program in the future. We're having about 2 or 3 people a month are joining us, and hopefully we'll have 100 by the end of this year.
Right, I suppose most people, either want to be a rock star or a trader or I don't know, a film star, something like that. But trader is quite high up in many people's sort of goals. Somebody is watching the program now. What do they do if they want to try and become a full-time professional trader?
Well, we've got a website, and you can go on the website and you can apply, or apply straight to us at info@audacitycapital.co.uk. Then we interview them, make sure they're the right people. We don't take everybody on, obviously, and if we think they're the right people, we start them on the program. It's quite simple. We also run a capital match where people who have been trading for some time and got a good track record, we then, if they want to put X amount of money, whether it's 10 or 20,000 pounds, we then match that money. So they have more leverage, they can trade bigger size, and therefore they've got more opportunity to make better money.
Right, so the capital match doesn't, in a way it doesn't cost you anything. You just have to have a set of account, your trading account. It shows that you increased it from 1K to 10K.
Yep.
You'll also say, well, that looks great, and you'll put in 10K if they put another 10K and something like that.
100K, we put in 100K.
Yeah.
So that way we get experienced traders managing our money, and it's a quicker option for us if they've got a good track record than trading people up, obviously.
And the trading people up part, how does that work? What are the details there? You pay to join, or is there an interview process? How does it work?
Well, we started about 2 years ago. We started trying to find the right people with the right aptitude, and we thought we were doing well finding them, but unfortunately they were using us as a stopgap. They'd get all the training, they'd get money from us to trade, they would then be with us for 3 or 4 months, and in the meantime they were using us as a stopgap, and what they were doing was looking for jobs in back offices, or they wanted to do their CF30 and be stock brokers, or they went to spread betting companies, or some of them just went back to trade with to work with their dad on the farm or something.
Yeah. So
we decided this year that we'd have to try and cover our costs, because of office costs and staff. So we covered it with a fee of £2,500, and they trade on a demo for the first month. As I said, it's quite intensive training for the first month, and then on the 5th week they get £5,000 of our money. Obviously it's in our interest to make sure they make money, otherwise if they lose all our money, we're not going to do very well. But we've had very good success, and we're looking for people to be consistent rather than superstars straight from the gate.
So this, in theory, could be a career, if you are straight out of university, let's say, this could actually be a bona fide career move, or it could be something that could take you as a step, well, not even a stepping stone, it could be what you do for the rest of your time.
We're hoping that people come to us to have a career out of it. Obviously, we put a lot of effort and time into training them, but we take people from all different backgrounds. We've got one chap that's a scaffolder, we've got graduates in law, economics and engineering. We really try and take people who've got quite an analytical mind, because we trade mostly off technicals rather than figures.
So a technical analyst like me could be,
Yes,
may or may not be perfect for this type of thing. But I mean, in terms of the success rate, I mean, the statistics are that 9 out of 10 traders lose money, or it's basically 1 out of 10 who sort of make it, or even less than that. Is that the sort of the number of people that you'll take on in terms of going through your program?
Well, when they say there's 90% of people lose, I think that's more that they take it in one particular time frame. So there's obviously people making money all the time. So if you take any 1 month or any 2 months, all the new people that are joining, probably they don't make money. But there are people who've been doing it for years that make money. We try and be very conservative with our profits, and we find that it works very well. We have a very good success rate. About 95% of the people who start with us make a career of it. As I said, we have different types of people. People there for a career change. We've got one chap that was selling office equipment, and now he's trading for us, doing quite well. All different types of people, and we train people, ongoing mentoring. So we're there all the time for them to make money.
Right, and this is just based in London. Is it other sort of plans for expansion? How does it work?
Well, we're in Tower Hill at the moment. We're going to obviously stay in this country, and as I said, we just got a new office on the 1st of July, which is in the Barbican, and that should accommodate about 75 traders. So. And
somebody comes to you and sort of says, I want to be a trader. I mean, do you sort of sometimes you have to let them down gently and say, well, actually, you're just not going to make it?
Yeah, it's not everyone. If you find that you're if they're argumentative and going against you, it's obviously going to be much more difficult to train someone. And if they've come with bad habits and stuff, obviously to break those, it's quite difficult. But we don't take on everyone. There's about 4 or 5 people last month that we had to say no to. We just didn't think they were right for the program or right for our company. We have a very sort of family atmosphere. There's no one's hiding their trades. People walk around, they discuss trades with each other. They look at their charts. They might see a trade that they hadn't seen. So we're very open house with our trading.
And is there any sort of characteristics? I mean, somebody's, as I said, somebody's sitting at home watching, thinking, "Oh, this is great." Are there any characteristics, and you can say that you meet somebody and say, "This person is going to be a good trader"? Are there sort of red flags, good flags in terms, or blue flags in terms of that?
Someone who's articulate and can carry themselves well, and someone with an analytical mind is what we look for. But they can come from any. They
don't have any qualifications. It doesn't have to be sort of O levels, A levels, or whatever.
Well, I mean, ideally, it helps if you've got qualifications, because we know they've got the aptitude to study. So we've got an economics student, so that he's just got a first. As I said, we've got a law student, engineer students, and as long as they've got an analytical mind, I think is the way, and they don't rush into everything. They usually do very well.
Right. Well, that sounds, well, from a trader's point of view, or for somebody who's interested in the market, sounds fascinating. I hope people at least give you a call and find out more. Simon Calvert, Head of Trading at AudaCity Capital, thanks very much for coming in today.
Thank you.